Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. We got a little bit of a sad story here that we're gonna have to get into. This happened in, I think, upstate New York, where this chick ends up unaliving her own son over an argument. Now, before I play the video, I want to go ahead and read this little blurb. Said another child has been lost in a situation that never should have escalated this far. According to police in Rochester, 38-year-old Anika Connor has been charged with second-degree manslaughter following a deadly incident involving her 16-year-old son, Karai. Investigators say the two got into an argument at home over Gibson's cell phone. Connor reportedly left the house and began backing her car out when Gibson ran outside and jumped to the hood in an attempt to stop her from leaving. Video evidence reviewed by police allegedly shows Connor speeding off while her son remained on the hood. Moments later, he fell from the vehicle, struck the pavement, suffering catastrophic injuries. Gibson remained hospitalized for nearly a month before being taken off of life support on November the 7th. His family later donated his organs. Connor was arrested and charged with second-degree manslaughter, reckless endangerment, and endangering the welfare of a child. She is currently being held at the Monroe County Jail on a $35,000 cash bail. This didn't have to end like this, the father said, adding that the video made the sequence of events unmistakably clear. A family argument, a split decision, a teenager who should still be alive. Okay. We're going to go ahead and play this video.
At work, and his mother called me and told me that I needed to get to the hospital because he wasn't breathing. I didn't know what happened. It was one of the hardest days of my life. You know, just seeing my son laying up in there with that tube in his mouth.
A neighbor's Ring doorbell camera captured the entire incident. Police say Kyrie and his mother, 38-year-old Anika Connor, became involved in an argument over Kyrie's cell phone.
Where is my phone?
They say Connor then left her house on Breck Street, got into her car, and began backing out of the driveway when Kyrie ran out of the house and jumped onto the vehicle. The video goes on to show Connor accelerating forward at a high rate of speed and Kyrie falling off the vehicle onto the pavement.
It was just a lot. It was a lot of injuries, you know what I'm saying? And after reading over all of them and sitting in the hospital for a month just watching him, I realized he wasn't coming back from none of that stuff.
On November 7th, Kyrie was removed from life support and his organs were donated. On Tuesday, Connor was arrested and charged with manslaughter, reckless endangerment, and endangering the welfare of a child.
She deserved to be where she at. And that video showed it all. I was at work and his mother called.
You know, there may be some details and things like that that might come out later about the situation. But here's what I will say in the beginning. First of all, rest in peace to the young man. My condolences to his father and to the rest of his family. If y'all cannot handle these children, especially you cannot handle the boys. Why would you not have given this boy to his father? That it's just something that tells me that she did not want to give that boy to his dad. And you can't tell me, something else is also telling me that this is not an absent father. This is not a man who just didn't want to have anything to do with his son and she couldn't have given him his son if he wanted it. He had a month to be with that boy in that hospital in the critical condition that he was in. Likely a vegetative state. If he's saying that after a whole month, he's realized that his son isn't going to come back from any of those injuries. It pretty much ended his life. And you know, you have to be on life support. You are basically a vegetable. So obviously, evidently, the boy's father cared about him and would have made any adjustment that he would have needed to make in order to take his son or to have more physical involvement with his child. You didn't want that boy with his father was the problem. But at the same time, this boy is unruly with you. You can't handle him. This is what I be talking about these women cannot raise sons. And the boys, once they get of a certain age, they don't respect you anymore. Boys have to be taught to respect their mothers. And if you and her, if the mother and the son have a contentious relationship like roommates or something, she was busy being his peer, she was no longer his authority figure. You get it to a point where you're not your son's authority figure anymore. His father is his authority figure, not you, not you. And so that young man, y'all getting into an argument like a couple, okay? Because you probably done made that boy a son husband and all kinds of stuff, all kinds of whacked out dynamics at play. Everything but give the child to his father. Everything but give the boy to his father so that he can have some structure and some discipline, and so that he is not reacting emotionally like you act. Had he been with his father, had he been getting taught by his father, had you given him to his father, he would still be alive today. So this is 100% your fault. Your meaning the mother. This is the mother's fault. Because why would you have not given this boy to his father so that his father could teach him how he's supposed to navigate in this world as a man, what he's supposed to do when he's angry, what is he supposed to do with his emotions, what is he supposed to do when things don't go his way? How is he supposed to react? What's a good reaction? What's a reaction that might lead him into bad outcomes? Only a man is able to teach a young boy that growing up. You have not spent 1 ounce, 1 day, 1 second, 1 moment as a man. You don't have any idea how to teach a boy how to be a man. None. You don't got no idea how to teach girls to be women, but that's a different conversation. Because you so emotional, because you want that boy to be a son husband, because whatever dynamic exists between you and that boy's father, and whatever kind of trifling situation that you have created and given energy to, your son is now gone because he jumped on that hood, and you're so stupid and emotional and in your feelings and you right and you mama and this and that you did not stop. Hey, get off the car, boy, because he don't do what you say, because you don't have any authority over him and he don't respect you. That's why he even jumped on it. That's why y'all even having an argument in the first place. He jumps on the car, you speed off like at a high rate of speed, fast enough. You have to think about how fast she was going. That she had pulled off so quickly and came to such an abrupt stop that he flew off that car. He didn't just roll off of the hood. That wouldn't have made them kind of injuries. The speed at which she was going, because they didn't say she ran him over. So she stopped hard after going fast. He didn't have a good grip. This is not the movies. Them cars don't got no grips for you because you're not supposed to be on the hood. She stopped real hard and he flew off that car and hit that ground. And he probably likely had a lot of head and neck injuries or something to that nature. Because you hit that ground hard enough, It will take you out of here. And she jumped out that car. Oh my God. And now you want to be concerned. But you're not the adult in the situation. You weren't being the adult in the situation. You arguing back and forth with him like you his girlfriend. Because emotionally, you younger than him. He's 16, you 13. You're so busy trying to be right that you couldn't be his mother. And you so busy trying to have control that you could not relinquish it and give that boy to his father where he could have some emotional control and discipline and understand how to control himself when he's angry and because his father would never have done that. His father would never have done that. Just the dynamic between two men, his father would never have done that to him. I'm so glad that they got her and are charging her with a murder. Cause you murdered him. You at a big age, you was almost 40 years old. You know exactly what it's going to do if you pull off with somebody on a hood real fast and then you stop abruptly. They're gonna fly out that car. You know exactly what you're doing. And I don't want to hear nothing about you being emotionally charged up. I don't want to hear nothing about that. Then you got hyenas in the comment section. You jumped on her car for what? Blaming the boy instead of blaming who's supposed to be the adult in the and the parent in the situation. Mom probably feared for her life. Sorry about the baby, but consider she didn't hit him. I don't want to hear these excuses. These are hyena back feet excuses. I don't feel sorry. I don't feel sorry at all. I don't feel sorry at all. Not for her. I don't feel sorry for her. There's no excuse. There's no excuse you can give. If she felt that bad, couldn't handle it, he was getting too rowdy, call his father. You didn't do it. For whatever selfish reason. Now he gone and you got to be in jail. And this man don't got his son no more. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, the Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.